Christine Williams with the Soulful Guild, bringing you a cup of glow this morning. And grab your cup. It's Saturday morning, morning face. Time to just take a break. Maybe be a little bit slower this morning. Think about your day a little bit and just sit back and have a cup of glow with a good, intentional conversation with a friend. Me. So this morning I'm doing just exactly that. I'm just taking it slower today. It's been a long week, and it's not quite over, but it's Saturday, and it's a day to kind of change the pace for a lot of us. For me, that's what it is. Change the pace. So there's lots of things that I'm going to do that are a little bit different than my normal daily tasks, but while I'm doing it, I want to be able to have a great day and be able to have fun and rejuvenate and pick myself up so that I'm ready for the next week. So I was just thinking about the different things that I need to do, that I want to do, that I have to do, and putting them in order. And this was my number one. So I pulled a card for us today. And this card, I haven't really used this deck. It's the Healing Angel cards. I'm not exactly sure if that's the perfect name. It's Storing Virtues, Healing Messages by the Angels. I think that's what it is. But I have it on my app. And I purchased the cards on my app. And I wanted to show you that you can purchase cards, a deck of cards, and put them on your app, on your phone or your iPad, and carry your decks with you. And if you have a need to pull out a card, have a thought, share a card with a friend, it's right there. It's right there with you. So I decided to use this deck today because it's one that I have on my app, but not on, I don't have the physical deck. And I remember when I first thought about buying cards and putting them on, wondering if I would still feel the same energy, if I would still feel that connection with the card when I'm choosing cards, because I definitely have an immediate response in my body. I feel the card that's the right card. And I didn't know if by not touching them, I would have that feeling. So my first try at it, buying a deck and putting it on my mobile device, was amazing to me. And it taught me a great lesson, and that is energy and spirit is not exclusive. You don't have to be in a certain place or have a certain thing to have or feel that energy. It's available anywhere with anything. And you can still have that same connection regardless of whether you're using a physical card, a card on a mobile device, or if you're just using objects like leaves or rocks, stones, water, things that you can look at or touch. Messages come from spirit and show up in all sorts of ways. So I just wanted to show you this possibility, if you've not been introduced, is getting a deck of cards. So the card that I pulled for today, which backwards is probably hard to see, is intention. And what a beautiful, just the one word. What is your intention? If you were just to ask that one word, that just invokes so much thought, and our mind will go somewhere. So follow your mind as I read this. The meaning of this card says, your intentions create your experiences. What do you intend to happen? Make sure that your thoughts and your feelings reflect your intentions. Sometimes we have an idea, we have an intention, and then we go about it with different thoughts and different feelings. And they don't necessarily reflect our intention. And then we end up feeling kind of yucky or regretful about how we handled ourselves or what we did. So I think this card is here to remind us to be in sync. Get in sync with your intentions. Recognize what your intentions are. Make sure you know. Get real clear with yourself. And then make sure that your thoughts and your actions, what you're doing, actually reflect your desire. Because if you do that, everything's okay. Everything is going to be okay. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to take inventory of your expectations. What is it that you're trying to achieve? What is your desired outcome? What do you expect to happen today, tomorrow, or in the future? These expectations are the seeds of your intentions, okay? So when we have expectations, that's the little fuel that feeds our intention, that makes our intention grow, that causes us to think or act in certain ways, which then create an outcome. An intention means that you have set a goal or you intend to achieve it. Your intention drives you and your experiences. The angels ask you to choose and infuse your intentions with love. That is so important because sometimes the things we have to do or do in life may feel a bit prickly. And like we need to have some fire or passion under that intention in order to move it in the direction that we want. That doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be done with love. For example, anger really is an energy that moves something. And sometimes when we're doing things, anger is the action or the emotion that is behind what we're doing. Actually, it's the emotion behind the action. But let's get in sync with our intention. Anger is okay if it's followed up with love and explanation and doing no harm. So when you're doing something, if you're do a little check and sync with yourself and ask yourself, am I providing a peaceful solution, a peaceful action? Am I creating love in this situation, or am I just fueling a fire that will go out of control and just burn everything? And that's what we really need to be careful with if we want to have a peaceful and loving life. If you don't, it's another story. You can feed your emotions with anger and all of that, but your outcome is not going to be fun, and it won't be uh, full of a lot of camaraderie and admiration. So pick well and choose well the things you do, the things that you say, and even in the moment when you can't or don't say something right, still maintain a heart of love, and it will work out. I promise. If if we can always go backwards and say, I'm sorry. My intention was this. I really love you. Things will change. By holding these spiritual minded intentions, you help yourself and others. The angels can help you to replace negative mental habits with more empowering thoughts if you ask for assistance. So, I thought that was a really great message, especially as we are the in a really active part of our creation, an active part of creating something beautiful and new. Is a kind of a check and sync with ourselves and reminding ourselves of what our intentions are and what we want the outcome to be, and then following through with love and peace and kindness. And if we do that, we'll create a beautiful place, a beautiful space, a beautiful creation. There's always room for change, there's always room for growth. But check out your intention today and see if you don't follow it up with actions, loving thoughts, and see if it doesn't change the outcome and turn out better than it maybe could have. That's our thought for the day, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. And please, if you enjoyed listening to this message, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm also the same name under Facebook, which is probably where most people are getting my message. And make a comment. I'd love to share conversation with you. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading or some guidance, please leave me a message and I'll be glad to get back with you. I can work with you on the phone, we can do video chat, or we can meet in person. It's so fun. I spent my whole day yesterday doing readings at a store, and I just love that. I love sharing guidance with people that will make and assist them on their journey and on their path. So if I can help you today, leave me a message. Otherwise, I hope that you've enjoyed our time this morning, and cup of glow to you today. Have a beautiful Saturday.